Hey everyone, this is part 3 of 5 in the Misdirection lessons tutorial that I'm making. There's a couple other key points I want to add in here that aren't really part of a lesson so much. So I'll add them now. When you pick up the coin, you're holding it in your fingers. Of course, you're not actually holding the coin in your fingers, so you'll have an empty hand. Pick up the coin for a second and actually hold it in your fingers. If you were about to make this coin vanish, what would you do? Well, you'd probably want to see where it was, first of all. So you'd look at it, okay? And then once you looked at it and you knew where it was, then you would curl your hand into a fist, make some magical gesture, blow, and the coin would be gone. That's how you would do it if you were actually holding the coin. So that's how you want to make it look, okay? So when you pick it up, this is the one that doesn't really fit in with any of the 4 misdirection lessons. You want to look at your hand, where the coin would be. Just for a split second. Don't stare at it, because that's going to be obvious, okay? You just pick it up, you bring it forward, you're still making eye contact with everyone watching, then as soon as you're going to make it vanish, you glance at it, curl your hand into a fist, make eye contact again, and then make it disappear. Okay, so that's the one that doesn't fit in. Now on with part 3 of the tutorial. Part 3 is that whatever you pay attention to, they will pay attention to. Okay? Whatever you pay attention to, they will pay attention to. So if you want them to look somewhere, look there yourself. If you don't want them looking somewhere, don't look there yourself. And again, how that applies, well, first of all, say how it applies to the French drop. Don't be watching your hands when you do this, because they're going to be watching your hands. If you're making eye contact with them and having a conversation, chances are they're going to be looking at you. And they're just going to accept that what you've done is fair. Okay, so you start like this. You're making eye contact, you're having a conversation. You see here, I have a coin here, but before I do the trick with it, I want you to examine it, okay? Here, check it out. And when they go to grab it from you, you open your hand, show it's gone. Lean back, rest your hands on the edge of the table. After you've been here for a couple seconds, lean forward again, and you're clean, completely. Okay, so that's how it would apply to the French drop. How it applies to this illusion is mainly right when you do the move, you don't want to look at your hands, because they're going to pay attention to your hands. And the only reason I said that the one where you're holding it up here didn't really pay attention, or I mean didn't really fit in with this lesson, is because you're not trying to take attention away, whatever. It fits in best with this one, but it's a little bit different. That's why I put it in this video. Okay, so we start here. Bring your hand back. Don't look at your hand. And then you bring your hand up here. And then you casually glance at your hand and make it vanish. Also, if you're going to pick up a coin, again, we'll draw the analogy of how would you do this if you were actually doing it. You'd probably look at the coin to start with, so you know where it was, and you put your hand on it, and then you would glance up until you picked up the coin, and then you'd glance at the coin again. That's how you would do it. So now we want to make it look like that. We start with the coin in the middle of the table, we glance at it, we put our hand over it, we make eye contact, we casually glance at the coin, and then we make it completely disappear. And this is actually a pretty short lesson, I guess, because I think I've already exhausted everything I can say about this. The phrase itself is pretty straightforward. Pay attention to what you want them to pay attention to. Don't pay attention to what you don't want them to pay attention to. Straightforward. So, good luck understanding this one, having fun with it, practicing it, whatever, and thanks for watching my video.